Hey guys, welcome to my first ever Java tutorial. Today we will be going over installing Eclipse, a brief introduction to Java programming, as well as installing a dark mode into Eclipse to make it look nice and pretty. So first of all, just very quickly, what is Eclipse? Essentially it's an IDE for Java. And what an IDE does is it just helps you with the development process. So stuff like compiling and running and like syntax checks. So it makes developing a lot easier and lets you focus on your actual program development rather than the compiling and the running of Java. So to get started, just open your favorite web browser. Mine is Chrome. So then just go ahead and search up Eclipse IDE and click on the first link. This will come to this page, and if you go up here, click on download, and then download 64-bit or whatever download button is there for you. It should automatically detect what version of Windows or Linux or Mac you're running and have a different download button here. If not, you can always come down here and search for different things, but hopefully this should download button should work. So once you click on that, and then just click download again, download, it'll ask you if you want to donate. Obviously you can if you want, but you don't have to. Eclipse is totally free to use, and there's no like features locked behind this donation. So wait for this to install, and then open it. And once that opens, you should see this screen. So now that you're on this screen, what you're going to want to do is click on Eclipse IDE for Java developers, because that's the one that we want. So just click on that, and you should already have Java installed. If you don't, just Google that. It's not that difficult. I may do a tutorial on it in the future, but not right now. That's not what I'm focusing on. So just navigate to your favorite JDK version, or it should already have your latest one here. And if you want, you can change the installation folder. I'm not going to, just to make sure that it installs properly, but you can if you want, and nothing should happen. But I'm just going to go with the default one. Click install, click accept now, and it will install. Okay guys, so I'm back. It's currently midway through the installation process. If you get this screen here telling you to accept the unsigned content, just click accept and it should finish installing soon after that. And once it's finished installing, just click launch and it will launch Eclipse up. So yeah, just wait. And now you'll be greeted with this. This will be asking you for a workspace. This is where you'll store all of your projects, and you can have multiple workspaces to store different, say, categories of projects. But for now, I'm just gonna come in here, go into I don't know, where should we save it? Java and tutorial. Fuck. There we go. Click save, and there you go. That is your workspace, and then click launch. And this will launch Eclipse up inside of that workspace, which is obviously what we want. So just wait for it to do this. And once Eclipse is open, you'll be greeted by this screen. It will just ask you to do a few things if you want to. But we can just close this. We won't be needing it. And all these other things I would recommend closing just for now, except for the package explorer. I'd leave that open. It's quite useful, well, it's very useful actually, but we won't be getting onto that right now. First I'm going to be showing you how to install a dark mode for Eclipse. So if you come into help and then Eclipse Marketplace, and what the Eclipse Marketplace is essentially a place where a lot of different plugins for Eclipse can be found. And these can do different things, like adding support for other languages, or like we're about to do now, add a dark theme. So you're going to want to search for dev tools and click enter, and it will look up that for you. Once this is done, um, you'll want the darkest dark theme with dev style 2020 That is what the latest version is for me at the time of recording, but it may be different for you depending on when you watch this video. But click install, and this will install it. I would recommend going with the default settings, but if you want the icon designer, go with it, but I don't, so I'm just going to click confirm, and then it will finish off the download. Okay, so it's finished doing that, but now it's asked us to just accept the terms of agreement, which obviously you should just click. It will automatically accept them for both of them. You don't have to, once you just click this button down here, you don't have to go through both of them. Then click finish, and it will finish off the installation process, which might take a couple of minutes. Okay, and if this window pops up, just make sure to click select all and then accept selected, and that will just tell it yes, you do want to download this. And once it's finished installing, it will pop up with this menu, just asking you to restart Eclipse IDE to apply the software updates, which obviously we want to do, so click restart now, and it will save your workspace, which obviously we haven't done anything to, and then reboot Eclipse. As you can see, once your Eclipse is rebooted, it will tell you about the DevStyle package which we just downloaded and installed, and it gives you a couple of different features. So this startup menu is one of them. The code together thing, which lets you code with your friends or colleagues, and obviously the themes, which is what we downloaded this in the first place for. So click next, and then you get to pick which one you want. So you can either go with the classic Eclipse theme, a newer light theme, or darkest dark theme. That's the one I like, so I'm gonna click on that, click next, and then it will might ask you to this. This was just telling you that it might slow down stuff, so just click fix automatically, or whatever you want it to do. It will ask you if you want to make changes. If you do accept, if you don't, then it won't. But essentially what that'll do is it will stop Windows slowing down the running of your programs. I would only recommend doing that if you're not going to have anything else in that folder, so don't put any other executables in there, because if they are a virus, then it may stop Windows from saving you. But if there isn't anything else in there, feel free to click that, because it's only your code. So just click continue once this is open. Okay guys, now that your Eclipse has opened, we're going to get into writing a very simple Java program to print hello world to the screen. But before you can do any Java programming in Eclipse, you first need to create a new Java project, which you can either do by clicking this button here, or going File, New, and then Java Project. Once you click on that, it'll ask you for a name. I'm going to name mine Hello World, and you can click Next, and there's a couple more saying. I like to disable this create module info.java file, just because I don't use those, and then you can click Finish. You don't need to change any of the default settings, because they're just the JRE which we have already specified with our install of Eclipse. So this will create a blank project, which is essentially just a folder with a source folder in it where you can put all your code and a JRE. So to get started, we first need to create a class. What a class is it's like an object or a box which you can store all your Java code in, which it will then run. So if we create a class called Hello World and click Finish, it will create this very basic template, which is just public class hello world. So to get any code to run in Java, you need to create the main method. And to create the main method, you do public static void main, and then string, and then squared brackets, which means an array, and then args, or whatever you want them to be called, your system arguments, which you don't need to worry about for this video. You don't need to worry about what any of this actually means, because I'll explain that in a later tutorial. For now, we just want to get something to happen. So type system dot out dot print line, well print ln, and then add brackets and a semicolon. And then inside of those brackets, you're gonna want to add a pair of double quotes that say hello world in them, or whatever message you want to print out onto the screen. So once you've typed that, you click this green run button in Eclipse, and it will execute your code from that main method. And as you can see, it prints hello world. So I hope that this tutorial helped you in your installation of Eclipse, and I hope that you'll come back again to learn more Java. But for now, this has been John. Goodbye.